Welcome to the David Bradley Show with your host, David Bradley.
What's up, everybody? How's it all, y'all wonderful people doing out there tonight? We're doing a little something different on this show because you know me, I just love doing different stuff. We've got a guest on. He's been in the pro rodeo. He's I think you even dabbled with country music a little bit, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
I did that for several years.
Yeah. See, and actually went into his love of acting and has played on a lot of different things. Stranger Things, the TV show, and played Jason Voorhees and
Voorhees.Night of the Beast.
Yep. Night of the Beast.
Night After the Beast, and another one called Slasherverse.
Yeah.
Where it's all of us. It's Michael, Jason, Freddie. It's all of us. It's in parts, you know.
Yeah.
You know, Jason's got his own part and Michael's got his own part, but it's a running thing, and it's really cool.
That would be awesome.
Special effects in it is really good.
Yeah, so we'll have to check that out too. And anyway, what we're doing during this live stream that we're doing is we are going to do a little prize. Only thing you got to do is comment, because it's Facebook. If you put a comment, or the YouTube, if you do a comment, it'll actually pop up right here and we'll see what you're commenting. So only thing you got to do is leave a comment. And what we're going to do is we're going to pick out of the people that comment. And then I'm going to give you Julie's email so you can give her everything. And we're going to throw in a retro David Bradley Show shirt, and Mr. James Stokes. I believe we're going to do an autographed picture, aren't we?
Absolutely, yes. And if you could, I don't know, Julie, if you could like post this on my Facebook page to where people on my page could see it.
Actually, you can do it.
I can do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
From your phone.
Yeah.
And I'm not Julie.
Yeah, that's
I'm
Caitlin.
You're Caitlin. I'm so sorry.
Julie does the scheduling and handles all
You've got a whole crew.
Yeah.
Nice. So what on Facebook, what do I do? Just go
to the David Bradley Show.
David.
And you can see where we're actually live right now on it. And all thing you got to do is hit share.
Oh, well, there you go.
Isn't that cool? Technology, man. I liked it better before the phone. Remember, you used to call your friends just to see you.
Right there.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Which one did you share? Is it the one that's on now?
Well, it says, that says was live.
Yeah, that's should be the very first one you come to.
No, it's not on there.
That's weird. Why is it not on there?
Yeah.
That's strange. Usually it does.
Yeah, it's not popping up.
That's weird.
Oh,
well, when we get done, you can share it.
Absolutely. I'll share it. Yeah. That'll work.
It's crazy. Sometimes it does. I mean, everybody I've done all this week has been sharing it. So
okay, cool. Yeah.
That's weird though. It's not coming up.
Yeah, I'll just share it as soon as it pops up. Absolutely. Yeah.
And then
sounds good.
It's cool. Who knows?
It's very cool. No, I appreciate you having me on.
It's the technology of today.
Technology of today. Yep.
Pretty soon you won't even have to do anything.
When it works right, it's perfect.
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
When it doesn't, it doesn't.
You love the crap out of it.
That's right.
So you started back in high school.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, when I was in high school, I was so torn. You know, I love band. I mean, to be honest with you, when I was in middle school, I was in band because you could play sports and be in band at the same time.
Right.
And I really loved it. I love the musical, you know, I was always like an entertainer, you know, I mean, it's just what I want to do. Church, I sang in church, you know, I was always doing something with singing and stuff like that. And that's what I wanted to do. So in high school, well, of course you had to choose. You can't be in band. You can't play football. You know, you had to choose. Well, I chose sports.
Right.
And I played all 3 sports in high school. But I could do choir and I could do theater.
Right.
Musical theater. So I chose to do both of those. And so during that's where I picked up my acting and stuff like that.
Right.
You know, because musical theater is acting anyway. So it's just you're singing and acting at the same time.
Well, I mean, there's some artists that actually told me that they were in musical theater.
Oh, yeah.
And it helped them out vocally and all kinds of stuff.
Yes. I had an amazing choir director all through high school.
Yeah.
Her name was Barbara Feltz, and I love that woman to this day. And she was absolutely phenomenal. And she really guided, even with being a football player, you know, she took the time, you know, because we had to miss a lot of stuff because of practice and stuff. She really took the time to work with us because she knew, especially me, because she knew that I loved singing and wanted to do that. I mean, it was just great. So that's what got my love of singing and acting and all that stuff together in high school.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'll say that's I kind of just walked into the music stuff because I knew some buddies of mine and they had a band, and next thing I know, I'm getting asked, can you do sound and lights? And I'm like, no, but I can learn.
Yeah. So yeah, I had a little band together back in the, I guess, late 80s.
Yeah.
I guess we had a little band and we did some shows here and there and stuff like that. And it was fun. I mean, I thought that's what I wanted to do, but I learned very quickly that you got to get a real job at some point.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, and that's what happened. So that's just,
well, that's what I tell people. I mean, it's crazy when you really think about it and you look at it. It doesn't matter what entertainment industry you're in as far as singing or acting or any of that stuff. You still got to have that day job.
I mean, and until, you know, of course, until you make it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to have a day job and keep up with your bills and all that stuff. So it's hard. It's hard to try to juggle a day job and the movie business and music and everything else. And I'm still dabbling in music. Not so much of the singing part, but more of the management side of things right now, which is kind of cool. I'm learning a lot, getting to talk to some pretty cool people with country music. I've got some really cool friends that help me out. That, you know, Mark Wills, Don Ricks. Yeah. You know, people I could literally get on the phone with and just call and say, I need advice on this. Yeah. From the music business, and they'll give it to me. And it's great, you know, to have that TG Shepherd. And he's one of my, I mean, we're very close. TG and Kelly are my family pretty much. Yeah. Well, that's funny because I actually got TG Shepherd on, who is it? No, T. Graham Brown is next week. Do you really? That's awesome. T. Graham. I know T. Graham. I got T. Graham Brown next week, and then TG Shepherd's going to be on in, I think June. Really? Yeah. That's all. Oh, I'll tell him that I was on your show. That's pretty cool. Because, matter of fact, he was just I was just on the Jeff Shannon show. Yeah. On 100.7 in Hendersonville. I've been on that show, and I think he's going to have TG on before June the 4th. We have a singing thing down at 3rd and Lindsay. Right. TG and Kelly, they host it. You know, it's a Springer Mountain Farms. They always do it every year. It's Country for a Cause. And I go there every year. This will be my, I guess, 4th year, I guess, with that. Sweet. So, yeah. And I'll be down there with TG and Kelly. And I think Mark Wills will be there. And several more artists will be there. Crystal Gale, I think she'll be there. I love her to death. Oh, God. She's amazing. Yeah. Still have the hair all the way down to her ankles. Well, see, that's what, and I hate to date people. I'm sorry, but this is back when it was fanfare. Yeah, fanfare. Yeah. I always took my mama. Mm-hmm. She always had to have somebody to go with her, and I always went with her. And I met a lot of these artists when they were first coming out. Sure. You know, and she had autographs and all kinds of stuff, and I can't find none of them. Now, have you been lately to? Yeah, I was at CMA Fest. CMA Fest? Yeah. I'm always down there. So, like last year, I was with Mark at several of his venues when he played. Yeah. Yeah, I love Mark Wills. I mean, he's just upstanding, just an amazing guy.
Yeah, I'll be in the press room. We'll be in the press room, and Julie is just booking the crap out of them, man. I mean,
Nice.
it's crazy.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's cool.
I know. I think she's booking Becca Bowen, and Morgan Miles is booked, and Alana McCready, and several others. So
nice.
It's going to be really cool.
Cool.
And I love going down there. TG Shepard will be here June 17th.
June 17th. Is he coming here to?
No, he's doing a StreamYard.
StreamYard?
Yeah, his PR people want to do the StreamYard.
Sure.
So
yeah, no, I totally get it.
And I'm like, fine, it doesn't matter, because I'm just trying to get all the money together and everything else so I can get the studio in Nashville.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
It'd be a whole lot nicer.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I hope you have me back on. So that would be great.
Oh, yeah. It'll be fun.
Yeah, it'd be fun. I love doing these interviews.
We could do another interview, another giveaway, or whatever
absolutely.
you wanted to do.
I'll have another movie out by then and all that. So it'd be great.
Tanya said, hey, y'all. Hi, Tanya.
Hey, Tanya.
But I love that you have totally went back to the passion that was started at that high school.
I did. I let it go for many, many years.
Mm-hmm.
I was in EMS and stuff for about 16 years.
Yeah.
And let it go and didn't do anything. I mean, literally, I stopped, I stopped everything, all of it, and just concentrated on working and stuff. I mean, I had a family and all that stuff at that time. And so that's what I did. I concentrated on that. And then one day it's just a friend of mine asked me to come do a little independent, no budget short film in Hopkinsville, Kentucky at a place called Copper Canyon Ranch.
Yeah.
Which if everybody knows anything about that, it's amazing. Tim Emery, he owns it out there, and it's a 1800s Western town back in the woods.
Wow.
Oh, dude, it's amazing. They do music videos back there. We've shot, I don't know how many movies back there now, like some pretty good movies, like The Silent Natural.
Yeah.
It's a first, I was in that, and we shot that there, and that has some big names in it. So Marshall Teague was in that one.
Awesome.
Yeah. And so getting to work with some of these major actors like that it's phenomenal for my career.
Oh yeah.
That. But yeah, there's a place called Copper Canyon, and that's where I got started. And I'm trying to figure out where I was going with that, but it was, that's where I got started. That's where my first film was. And that's kickstart. That's what I was going with. It kickstarted me back into wanting to do this more.
Right.
And literally, I was out there shooting a movie, a little Western, no budget, no money whatsoever. Just we shot on the weekends whenever we could. And I met this lady, and she became my agent.
Mm-hmm.
She was from Nashville here, and she was out there with one of her other clients. And she, I just kind of asked her about what it would take to do it. And she told me to get me some headshots, and I did that. And she started putting me in for stuff. And she's still my agent today after all these years.
Awesome.
Yeah. She doesn't do it full time now, which is fine. I've got several other agents now and a management team out of Atlanta and stuff like that. But it's great. And I'll always have Misty on my side. Literally, I will never get rid of Misty. She's always been, when you start with somebody and they put you in the place to where you can succeed, you don't forget that.
Right.
And you don't run off and leave them. You keep them in your life somehow, some way.
Oh, and got to.
Misty will always be in my life. Always be in some capacity in my life. So, because she literally helped me get started in what I'm doing today.
Yeah.
And now I'm on my 69th film.
Sweet.
So, they're all not big budget films. Some of them are, some of them not. It doesn't matter. I've got 69 credits to my name on IMDB. So I'm very pleased with that and very happy with it. Because
I was looking it up, getting your bio and all that other stuff. And I was just like, man, there's a lot of damn movies on there.
There's a lot. And I've got a lot in production right now that are either in script are literally looking for locations to start filming. I mean, there's stuff just happening in the scene, you know. So when it all does hit, I just hope it don't hit at once.
Yeah.
Because I won't be able to do it all. So, and that's another thing about this career. I mean, you can't do it all.
Yeah.
You know, there's things that come across, and Misty sent me one yesterday, and I had to turn it down because I'm already booked for that.
I'm not.
So I'm already booked. So, and it's just, you never know, you know, but, and these conventions that I go to sign autographs and stuff, the fans are absolutely phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, love it. I mean,
yeah.
They just, and I know it's the character, and getting to play the character of Jason.
Yeah.
Was, a dream come true for me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, literally. I mean, when the directors brought it to my attention that he was writing a script, I just threw it out there. I wasn't expecting anything, but I threw it out there and said, well, you ever need a Jason, I want to play him.
Yeah.
Well, nothing came of it for months. And then all of a sudden I got a phone call and said, script's ready. I said, cool. Can I see it? He said, well, I want you to read it. So he sent me the script. And then after I wrote him back, or, you know, texted him back, and I said, my God, man, this is amazing. This is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you saw the movie Voorhees.Night the Beast yet.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Well, you know, it's just, when you watch it, I think you'll be if you've seen the rest of the Friday the 13th,
yeah,
I think Voorhees.Night of the Beast is comparable.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, literally, especially in special effects and all that stuff.
Right.
And when he said, I want you to play Jason, I mean, I was just ecstatic.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, ecstatic. And then it went into the months of getting, you know, your body measured and for the suit and the mask and all that stuff. And then when he finally showed me the mask that he had made for me, it was just, I mean,
awesome.
Come true. Yeah. So
now I've wondered this, so I've got to ask this.
Yeah.
Was it hard to play Jason,
being that he didn't speak?
Yeah,
absolutely. I mean,
because I mean, we're country boys.
Yeah. Yeah.
We run our mouth and we talk with our hands and all kinds of stuff, you know?
Yes. You know, and it kind of freaked me out when he first told me I got the part.
Mm-hmm.
So what did I do? Well, I went and got a hold of Kane Hodder.
Yeah.
The guy that's played it the most time, to me, is the best Jason out there.
Yeah.
I mean, he's played it 4 times and he's phenomenal and a great guy.
Yeah.
And so, you know, and me and him talked at a convention one day, and he said, James, you put that mask on just like all the rest of us.
Yeah.
He said, as far as playing Jason, he said, you got to make it your own. He said, and, you know, and I went back and I literally watched from 1 all the way through to the end.
Well, yeah, because there's a certain body language with that.
It literally every Jason, if you watch it, they walk about the same. They when he kills someone, he does the same kind of mannerisms.
Yeah,
everything. And so I wanted to incorporate that, but I also wanted to make it mine.
Right.
And I think I did okay. I mean, I really do. Could have been better. Yeah, of course. Every film I watch, every time I watch it after the finished product comes out, I go, God, I could have done that better.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, you do that in life. I mean, everybody does it.
Dude, I do it watching sitcoms.
Exactly. You know, it's going to happen. But at the same time, I was proud of what we put out.
Yeah.
I was proud of the hard work that the whole team. I've been with Jason Pitts now for several films. We've been working together on, and I'm fixed to be with him again for the Trial of Margaret Stone. And that's already been announced. And we'll start shooting it later this year, I think around November, December.
Sweet.
Back in Arkansas. And it's another horror film, but it's set in a courtroom back in the 1800s.
Yeah.
And I'm playing the prosecuting attorney.
Awesome.
So, oh man, I'm looking so forward. I mean, this is going to bring, I mean, The Forest of the Trees is another Jason Pitts film that we just got done, and we got a deal with Bayview Entertainment that it's going to, for distribution.
Right.
So it'll be out, I'm hoping around June or July to the public, to everybody to see. I'm literally, we've been literally going around state to state, you know, doing premieres for it. I'm going to South Carolina here next weekend. Going to Ohio. I think we're going to try to show it in PA. So there's a lot of, you know, things going on with this. I mean, to toot my own horn, I won Best Actor for it.
Awesome.
So yeah, I was very happy and pleased with that. Also, the lead girl, Annie Sullivan, she won Best Actress for it. So it's won several awards already in the film festivals and stuff like that. So it's going to be distributed. We don't know what platform yet.
Yeah.
We're Netflix, Prime, HBO Max. We don't know.
It's
yet.
all whatever the distributor decides on.
Yes. So that's with Bayview Entertainment now. That's what they're doing. But yeah, so we're very excited about that. But I've been with Jason for a long time, and Jason trusts me and I trust him. And I'm also producing the films as well. So,
Sweet.
Yeah. And it's great being able to be on both sides of the camera. When I'm not filming, I'm back there with him, and we're making sure that everything gets done right and on time and all that stuff. So
yeah, that's the key thing, on time.
Very key thing. And people don't realize that. I didn't even realize that for a long time, that, we'll be fine. No, every day you have a set time, especially on a movie like this or Forest Through the Trees we just did, Martin Stone. You have to stay on time, because if you don't I didn't realize that locations are key.
Oh yeah.
You only have a certain amount of time in these places, but sometimes they've been shut down just for us. Sometimes they you only have a certain amount of time in places.
Yeah.
And I learned that on Forest Through the Trees big time, because we was at this campground shooting, and literally they said, you got this day, and this day. And if you're not done, we're sorry.
Oh yeah.
Nothing we can do. So it's money, time's money.
Oh yeah.
And it's crazy. So I'm learning both sides of it. Well, I've learned both sides of it, and I really enjoy doing the producing as well as that.
Yeah, I've got a buddy of mine, Thomas Marino, and he does a little bit of acting, and him and his partner, Jason, they got together and made Omada Films, and they put together a movie, and he was helping with the producing, and of course you got to get the money thing going on. And
sure.
What the hell was that noise?
I was playing with my bracelet.
Oh God. And they put this movie together, and it's actually a really good movie.
Cool.
And it's called These Streets We Haunt.
Nice.
And it was awesome.
Yeah. So, I mean,
I got to live with a little bit of that and hearing about it, and this was going on and that was going on. And that's where I kind of figured out that whole time element is a evil little bastard.
It very much is. And continuity is a big thing too.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh, and see, every show that I watch now, I can't watch it as a consumer. I watch it as a freaking actor. And I hate that, because I want to pick apart things.
Oh yeah.
I was watching not a sitcom, but a TV show that comes on every Sunday night. It's called Tracker. And I'm not throwing them under the bus or anything, because I love that show. It's the #1 show on TV right now.
Yeah.
It's the actors are phenomenal. But I watched one scene where one of the leads was talking to another person in an office building at night. And she said she had to leave and go somewhere. When she walked out, it was daylight. And it's like, ooh, they messed up on that one. Then the same scene, she's walking in the street. These people are walking up, and they passed her. Well, then they went to the guy she was talking to, and then when they cut back to her, those same two people was walking up again. I'm going, oh
no.
That's where they had like stopped it and then restarted, but they put that in there, and it's like, I caught that. It's like, you're not supposed to catch things like that, but it's as most consumers probably wouldn't even think, because your eyes are focused on the main character talking. Well, my eyes are focused around everything else.
Oh yeah, you got to get the continuity right.
God, you do, and the continuity is very important, and especially in films like horror films and stuff.
Well, the bad part about it is the way that they film. If you don't keep the continuity through the different scenes that they film, it can totally screw up the whole story.
Perfect example is Forest Through the Trees. We shot the end of the movie the first week.
Yeah.
The end of the movie, like where all the blood, everything that happens is there. The second week was the middle of the movie, and the last week was the first of the movie.
Yeah.
So I had to have different outfits that looked the exact same that wasn't all covered in blood and wasn't all got holes in it so that and the scars on, made sure the scars were right and everything like that. Oh my goodness. Continuity was so key. And we had someone that watched, that's all they did was watch continuity, and they wrote down everything. And man, I tell you what, it came out to perfect. And I love it.
Yeah.
I've watched the film now 6 times with premieres, and I literally have not yet caught a continuity error yet.
Sweet.
Not saying that there's not, there probably is. I just hadn't caught it yet.
Right.
So that's good. If one of the actors and producer in the film hadn't caught it yet. So I think that's pretty good.
So how do you like the premieres?
I love them. Oh my God. When you get different people, like every place that we premiered so far, like we premiered it 4 times in Arkansas,
right?
All different places, Fayetteville, Little Rock, Jonesboro. I mean, we just all over the place and letting people come and see it. So it's different, pretty much a different crowd every time, besides the actors that drove down to see it and all that stuff. They wanted to be there.
Are y'all doing the red carpet and stuff? Or
we did that for the first. We did that for the first 2. Now it's just pretty much it's in theaters, and the people come out and they pay the ticket and stuff and watch it, and then we have like a little Q&A at the end, like in South Carolina.
Right.
One of the lead girls, Olivia Disney, that wasn't able to come to Arkansas for the premiere, she's going to get to go to that one with us.
Awesome.
It's me and her and Jason that are going to be there from the movie. That's the only 3 from the movie is going to be there. So everybody else in the theater has not seen this movie.
Sweet.
Nobody. So at the end, that's where we do the Q&A and we find out what the people thought of it.
Right.
And so far, this movie is getting rave reviews.
Sweet.
And I'm not just, this is a movie from Jason Pitts. He's an amazing writer. He's got a mind that's it's just sick, like just horror. He is amazing horror writer. And it's been really good.
Yeah.
People have really good remarks about it. So I'm very pleased with it, and I'm looking forward to what it's going to do when it gets out to the public to see what happens.
Right. That'll be awesome.
It will be awesome because
that's something I would enjoy at the premiere, because at the end you're doing the Q&A and talking and all that.
We try to do that for the people, because if you just watch a movie and you don't know anybody or you don't know any of the actors or stuff, and there are questions after every movie. I'm sure you've watched many movies that you wish you could ask the actor or something about how they did something or what they did to do that and stuff like that. So but being able to get up there and just let people ask you questions and stuff it's great. Yeah.
And Tanya, to answer your question, will Jason ever die?
Jason will never die.
No, that's a weird spirit that is within.
He's a demon.
Him. Yeah, is bottom line.
Yeah, he's a demon. Please go and watch Voorhees.Night of the Beast, and then right after that, watch Voorhees.Night of the Beast, and then watch Night After the Beast. It's a little short 10-minute thing that's going to answer a lot of your questions.
Yeah, about
Jason. It really does.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah, it really is. It's very cool. So I'm in that one as well. And Jason, we wasn't going to do another one after Voorhees.Night of the Beast, but then someone from Arkansas said she had questions and there needed to be answered. So she ended up funding it and stuff. And we went back and shot another. I guess it took us several days to shoot a 10-minute short.
Yeah.
I think it's about 10 or 15 minutes, something. I think the whole movie in itself is like an hour and 15 minutes long, something like that. And that's watching both of them together.
Sweet.
So yeah, it's not nothing. It don't drag out or anything like that. Things happen pretty quickly and stuff like that. The storyline, comes pretty quick. So, but yeah, go and watch Voorhees.Night of the Beast. And I think that'll answer some of your questions about how Jason, if he does get killed,
he'll be back.
He comes back. And Night After the Beast definitely shows that and how he comes back.
Yeah. I remember watching when they first came out, back in the 70s and stuff. And it was just like, there's some scary
and it's great, getting to go to these conventions, and getting to see the older Jasons like CJ Graham and Derek Mears and Kane Hodder and Ari Lehman, all these guys. Ari Lehman, he was the kid in the very first one. The mom killed everybody in the first one.
Right.
I mean, it's not spoilers. I mean, everybody's seen Friday the 13th. It's going to want to watch Friday the 13th. So, but Ari Lehman, he still, his band is called the First Jason. I mean, and he is. I mean, he's the first Jason. I mean, he was the kid that played Jason. He didn't have the mask or anything, but he was
still in the kid mode.
He was still kid. That's where he got drowned and all that stuff. So it was really cool.
I like that.
Yeah.
See, I didn't even know that part.
Oh yeah. I was at a convention just not too long ago. It's about 6 months ago, I guess it was. And I was with Tommy McLaughlin. He's the director for Friday the 13th Part 6. And me and him and a couple other actors from Part 6 was there, and we were signing autographs. Well, this guy came in and said, "Would y'all sign the canoe?" It's like, "What canoe?" Like the original canoe.
Wow.
Like from the movie? And he goes, "Yeah, I bought it on the auction." We said, "Yeah." And he brought the actual, I got pictures too on Facebook of me with my mask on, holding the canoe up over my head with Tommy McLaughlin and others out there. And we got to sign the canoe on the seat and all that stuff. Oh my goodness.
Dude, that's a big moment.
Yes, it was a big moment. And I got to do it with Tommy McLaughlin. He signed my mask here too, right there. I mean, these are, and I got Kane Hodder, I got CJ Graham, I got, Derek Mears, all them guys, they're just great guys too. If you ever go to a horror convention, please try to come meet all of us, because we're always there and it's great.
The odd part of it is, if I want to go to a horror convention, I just got to go to my daughter's room.
Well, okay. Well, yeah. Anybody's got teenagers know that. Guarantee.
No, she's 34. Yeah, I think 34.
She's a horror fanatic.
She works at I don't know if I can say that or not.
I don't know.
That's up to her. What did she tell you?
I don't remember.
She works at a Halloween store. You can say that.
I can say that.
Halloween store. Okay.
She works at one of those Halloween stores.
Cool.
And she loves the spooky.
Hey, there's a lot of people. I mean, good Lord. I've met fans from all over the United States, man, that come and see me and meet me and get a signed picture from me. And it's just absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah. She actually went. Have you ever heard of the Mothman?
Yeah.
She went to the hotel and spent the night at the hotel.
That's funny. I shot a movie, and it's called The Macabre.
Yeah. And
it's different sections of the movie. I mean, the movie's a full-length feature film.
Right.
But you got little sections. You got this one. Well, I was in the section of the Mothman.
Cool.
So yeah, you can watch it. It's out. It's called The Macabre. And we shot it in Las Vegas. And it was great. And that the Mothman in that thing is pretty cool.
Yeah.
The special effects is pretty cool.
Yeah, because she's got all kinds of daggum crap, Mothman, and she's actually got old Halloween mask from when we were young. Yeah, those hard plastic ones. Yeah. She's got a bunch of them too.
That's awesome. Dude.
It's crazy.
That's awesome.
I was about to say, if you look around, you can see some of her taxidermy stuff.
That's awesome.
I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
I was never a big horror fan though. That's what's strange.
Yeah. It surprises me is the kids. And every time that I go to a horror convention or any convention or Comic-Con or whatever, and the parents bring these kids up and they're very excited to meet the actor that plays Jason. Or, they get to see Jason.
Yeah.
I thank the parents. I said, thank you for bringing them out there and letting these kids see that I'm just a man behind this mask.
Right.
There's nothing to be scared about, but they love horror films because their parents love horror and they get their kids involved. And I'm talking about kids from like 10, 11 years old.
Oh yeah.
That are already watching stuff like this. And, of course there's scenes in there, you cover their eyes or whatever, you can't, you don't want to see certain things, but at the same time, they're introducing them to horror at a young age to let them know that horror is just, it's not real.
No, and in some cases it's wrong. Because I remember the first Jason, I was watching it, the first Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
And they were by the lake, and it was a guy and a girl, and they were like starting to go at it.
Of course, yeah.
And next thing you know, there's a spear through both of them. And I'm just like, dude.
Well, that's one thing about Jason. If you're having sex, he ain't going to allow it. It's not gonna happen. If you go to the lake to have sex and Jason's around, it ain't not going to happen. So
yeah, I mean, I was just like,
but the kids mean a lot to me because I'm a big-hearted dude when it comes to kid. And,
oh yeah,
and that's the reason I started going to schools. Talking to middle school kids about making the right choices.
Right.
And trying to get their choices made before they get into that high school. Because once you get that set of friends that you're going to be with for that 4 years in high school, they can either make you or break you.
Oh yeah. And the last thing you want to do is get bullied. Bullying is a big thing.
Bullying is another thing that I stress a lot in schools. And yes, I mean, I do. I put on my mask in school and stuff like that. And I talk to kids about it. And I've had kids come up to me crying and hug me and thank me because they do realize that they do have an out.
Yeah. Even
though they're getting bullied, there's a way that they have an out. And I always give them that out. And if I change one kid's life when I go talk to a school, when I go talk to a classroom or an auditorium or whatever, I feel like that I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
Because the choices, and I tell them, sometimes you have to make a hard choice. Sometimes that choice is going to be, you're going to be all alone. It's okay to walk that path alone.
Yeah. And
that's what they got to understand because kids, adults, everybody, you don't want to be alone. You're scared sometimes to be alone, whether it be in your house watching TV or whether it be going to a job interview or whatever else. You feel alone, then you get scared. Well, kids look at it a different way. They most of them want to be a follower and not a leader.
Yeah.
And the ones that do want to be leaders, sometimes they lead you down the wrong path.
Oh yeah.
And I try to tell the kids that I chose the right path when I was in high school. I chose the right group of kids to hang around with. And sometimes I was all by myself. There was a lot of times where I didn't go to the parties and stuff like that because I knew that they was going to be doing stuff that probably could get me in trouble. And I didn't want to get in trouble from my coaches, from my music teacher, from my parents. I didn't want to get in trouble. I was always that kid that like, I want to do it, but I know it's wrong. And you got to get that through kids' mind because nowadays, well, the society is kind of messed up. That's the real demons out there, society. I mean, it's scary, dude. It's scary when you can't even walk to the store anymore without possibly being picked up or shot or whatever else. I mean, it's just scary.
There's no telling anymore.
Back in our day, we carried guns in the back window because we was going hunting in that afternoon.
I used to go to school with a daggum 410 shotgun because we went hunting later.
Yeah, 100%. And it's all changed now and it's scary out there. And kids should not have to worry about stuff like that going to school.
But I can say this, and these two guys, I love them to death. I met them both in first grade. And to this day, they are still my friends. And we talk on the phone. We go hang out.
Yeah.
And it's, if you can get those friends, those ride and die friends.
That's right.
It's like you can pick up the phone, either one of them, and go, hey, you need to go with me and we got to do this and we can't talk about it anymore.
That's right.
Those are the guys you want.
Yep. And I bring this because, I have my notes that I used when I talk to kids, but, I tell kids you can either, bad things are going to happen. You're going to make bad choice. And I tell them that you're going to make a bad choice. You're going to make a bad thing. You're going to get in trouble. It's okay. But are you going to let it define you? Are you going to let it destroy you totally?
Yeah.
Or are you going to learn from it and then let it strengthen you and make you a better person? That's what that's what I try to tell these kids. And sometimes just hearing it from another individual that's not a teacher, a principal or something like that, it gets through to them a little bit faster. There's 3 C's that I always tell them: choices, chances, and changes. So you got to make a choice to make a change, or I'm sorry, you got to make a choice to take a chance to make a change. And if you do that, if you just keep that in your mind, make the right choice, and then the chance are going to be you're going to do right, and then things are going to change for you.
Oh yeah.
Your life is going to open up. You're going to be happy. You're going to make the right decisions. You're going to make more money. You're going to have more friends and all that stuff. And it's just about getting that through to them. And the female is the worst bullies out there. And
I know I'm divorced 3 times.
But I'm talking about it kid wise. I mean, these girls are ruthless, and they bully these other girls, and they use the cell phones to do it. Or they'll make fake accounts, and they'll just bully somebody, and it's like that. It's absolutely mind blowing, the statistics on females that are bullying other females. Yeah. And it's sad.
And back in our day, I remember the girls, it was like they always helped each other out, and they built each other up, and there was like, you could have 2 girls that didn't even know each other, but in an argument with somebody else, they would support each other.
Yep.
And now it's like they're throwing them under the bus.
Every time. Throwing them under the bus.
I don't understand.
If you ain't got as much money as them, or if you don't dress the same, or whatever else, they throw you under the bus. It's you can't let anybody make you feel like you're nobody.
Right.
And that's what I want kids to understand. You can't have anybody make you feel like you're a nobody, because you are somebody.
Oh yeah.
And everybody's put on this earth for a reason, and you have a reason just like anybody else.
Yeah.
No matter whether you have the type of money or the type of success or anything else, you're still put on this earth for a reason.
Oh yeah.
And that's what I try to get across to these kids.
And there's one other thing that bothers me about some of the kids that I've met, and some of the adults that I've met. If you did it, take responsibility for it.
Exactly.
They never take your responsibility.
No. The old saying goes, if you crap the bed, if you got poop on you, it's just admit it.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Why are you blaming the dog and we don't even own a dog?
Exactly right, man. And that's what people don't understand. But some people don't take that too lightly, though. If I mess up, I'll tell you I messed up.
Oh yeah.
If I forget to do something, and I've done this, man, if I don't write it down or put it in my phone and have a alert come to me, I'll forget in a heartbeat because I got too much stuff going on. But the other day I missed another interview. I was just supposed to be, and they rescheduled me, thank goodness. But I forgot all about it. Yeah. I didn't get an alert. And I when she texted me, she said, "Are you coming?" I'm going, I called her. I said, "Ma'am, I messed up." I said, "I'm not going to lie to you." I said, "I forgot all about it." I said, "I didn't put it in my phone under my alerts." And I said, "I didn't get an alert for it." And I said, "I messed up."
Yeah.
And I said, "I'm totally sorry. Please forgive me." I fessed up to it and owned to it. And she said, No, it's okay. Let's just put you back on. So now I'm going on June 3rd. And I put it in my phone this time, and I got an alert.
Sweet.
That's right. So I'm not going to miss out on that one. But it's just, if you mess up, you mess up. I mean, everybody's going to mess up. You fall off a horse, you get back on it.
That's how you learn.
100%. And nowadays, kids, everybody gets a trophy, and that just ain't the way it is, man. That's not the way it should be.
To be honest with you, me and my 2 friends, Mike Bowers and Ronnie Mays, we've done so much crap in our lives, but we were there for each other. We supported each other. And we were talking the other day. Actually, I was down in Mike Bowers' house, and he was like, "Hey, you remember when?" And I was like, "I don't remember that." Because I was in that period of, I was the party animal.
Sure.
I just did not remember it.
I totally get it.
But we both were sitting there and thinking, we never thought we'd live this long.
Me either, to be honest with you. There's been several things happening in my life, just like, I don't even know how I'm here right now.
Well, I mean, you did the rodeo thing. That's a dangerous freaking thing.
It was, but man, the adrenaline that you got out of
it. Oh God, yes.
It was so good.
I love watching rodeos.
Yep. I absolutely loved it. I got with a group of guys that was doing it, and and ended up getting my chaps and my riggings and all that stuff. And I went on the circuit with them for a long time. And we did the East Coast kind of thing, the IPRA, International Pro Rodeo Association. We did that for a long time. Sometimes we didn't have money for dinner, but we scraped it up. It's just part of it. But yeah, I got to do a lot of good things, a lot of crazy things in my life that has helped me out now in my life.
Yeah.
To understand life a little bit.
Oh yeah.
You gotta be strong enough to stand alone.
Oh God, yes.
But you gotta be smart enough to, when you need help, ask for it.
Right. And you gotta have a little bit of knowledge about you to know the good people and the bad people and cut out the ones that don't need to be in your life.
That's exactly right. You can't go back and change the past. You can't. But you can start where you are right now and change the ending.
Yeah.
Because that's what I try to tell these kids. So what, you messed up? So what, you messed up in the past? Start now and don't do that again.
Oh yeah.
But remember, you're going to mess up in the future as well.
Oh yeah.
Just be smart enough and brave enough to ask for help when you do and fess up to what you did.
Oh yeah.
There's no reason. I mean, if you messed up, you messed up. I mean, it's just simple as that.
Oh yeah.
So it's just, that's what I'm trying to teach these kids.
I'm 100% right there with you, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just,
and it breaks my heart to see some of these kids in the conditions that some of them live in, the conditions that they're put in. And I hate it for them.
Oh yeah,
I do, because teachers have it really rough, dude.
Well, yeah. And I think it's rougher now for them because it's the cell phone.
Yes. It's rougher because of the cell phone. It's rougher. I mean, now, did you ever think in a million years that teachers would have to take self-defense courses and courses of going through how to block your room up because of a shooter?
Back then, I didn't worry about it.
No, you didn't never think about it.
Well, I mean, half the kids had freaking guns in their cars.
Principals and teachers would come out and look at your guns during break just so they could see what you're going hunting with.
Yeah.
It's
and
crazy.
to make sure it was unloaded.
Most of the time, they wouldn't care. But it's just a totally different society now, and it's scary. And I hate it. I hate it. And
well, gun safety used to be taught in schools.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And then I remember when I was 9-10 years old, I had to go to a new hunter safety seminar before I could even get a hunting license.
Absolutely.
And which is weird. That number that they gave me back then is still there today. Every time I go get a hunting and fishing license, that number's right up the top.
It does something.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Because I looked it up when I got home and I'm like, I know that number from somewhere. And then I looked and I found out.
I think that's the reason I got into acting. I love making people laugh and cry and have different emotions about different things, and being able to bring that through different characters that I've played is enlightening, and it's humbling to me.
Well, I loved the real old horror movies.
Oh, sure.
The Wolfman.
Yeah, the classics. Yeah.
My favorite out of all of them, Abbott and Costello Meet Dracula.
Absolutely.
I love that freaking show.
We was just watching that not too long ago. No, that is absolutely, yes. I mean, I wish things could go. I mean, I wish they'd bring Bugs Bunny back.
God, yes.
I mean, some of these things that the cartoons and stuff these kids are watching, and I know we're getting off on different tangents and stuff here, but
that's what we do.
and I love it because I get to talk about stuff I never get to talk about, but it's great. And I just, there's certain things that all they got to do is bring it back, and a little bit of part of that old life would come back, and I think kids would look at things different. These cartoons they're watching nowadays, they confuse me. I mean, it's just like, I guess I'm an idiot because I just don't understand it.
My 12-year-old granddaughter, she watches different shows and stuff like that. And I'm sitting there. One Saturday, she was watching like that one stream on, I think, Netflix or something. And it was just a cartoon all the way through it. And I'm sitting there watching it with her. And I'm like, what?
Exactly. I'm totally lost. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. So it's really weird. It's just not the old style cartoons that we used to have, but
it's crazy as all get out.
But that's the reason I love acting. I mean, you could play different parts and not be you and stuff like that. So it's great.
I would have fun with that. I would love that. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, would you consider yourself a method actor or?
Yeah, I'm very much a method actor.
Okay.
Yeah, I do that a lot. When I get into my character and stuff during filming, I don't come out usually. Yeah, and it's weird, because. Well, that's how I learn my lines too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's learning a whole scale. People ask me, how do you learn so many lines? Because in Forest of the Trees, I mean, there's a lot of dialogue in that thing.
Right.
I don't, it's funny. I mean, I could tell people all day long how I do it. It's not, I mean, everybody's going to be different. I read the script one time through the entire script, not just my parts. I read the entire script like a book. I just read it. I want to know what's happening, what's going to happen to everything, to every character. And then I don't look at that script again until I get the call sheets of what we're fixing to start filming.
Right.
So like we're starting filming on Monday. I get that call sheet. We're doing scenes 46, 51, 92, 18.
Mm-hmm.
I go and I look at those parts that I have speaking parts in.
Yeah.
And that's and I learned the lines the day before. And I mean, when I get on set, I know every line that I have for that day.
See, I'd have to have somebody with cue cards so I could read the cue cards.
I've been on several sets where cue cards are up on the wall and stuff like that for actors and stuff like that, and big name actors.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can't do that. To me, it's just like me. If I had cue cards right there for this, and you got the camera right here on me, of course, you don't look at the camera. I'm looking at you.
Right.
But the camera's going to catch me going like this.
Uh-huh.
They're going to catch me looking up at the wall.
Oh, yeah. Unless you're wearing sunglasses.
And most of the time you don't do that. So I would rather learn my lines and stuff like that. And there's some actors really good actors that's been in a lot of movies. Can't learn a line for nothing.
It amazes me.
It does. Me too. And it just like, I thought that's the reason you become an actor is because you memorize your lines, but it's not like that.
Yeah. But then the movie comes out and you're like,
No. Yeah.
He did it.
I know. And I watch too. It's like, watch. I'm going to see his eyes go up to the cue card. And it's sometimes you can catch it. Sometimes, I mean, most of the time you can't, it's just, but when you got to have a cue card, I mean, you'll lose your play. I mean, like when you got 9 cue cards up there, that's full from the top to the bottom.
Yeah.
You're going to lose your place at some point. So he has to have I'm not mentioning any names, but he has to have a pointer, somebody standing there behind him or over to the side pointing at his next line.
Yeah.
So it's like, so you don't get lost, and so that's hard. I wouldn't want to do it that way, but
I don't think I could do it that way,
but it's still amazing actor, amazing, it's just all about it. I mean, it's great.
Yeah. It sounds like a lot of fun. I don't know if I'd want to do it or not. I'd do the voiceover. I'm good with that.
Voiceover. I like voiceovers too. Yeah. Voiceovers are fun. So yeah.
Nothing like it.
But I do have a new movie coming out and it's called Forest of the Trees. We're premiering it now all over the place. We've been all over a bunch of different states. We're going to South Carolina next and then Ohio. And I think PA, we're going to show it in PA. But it should be out in June or July to everybody. I don't know what streaming network it's going to be on or where it's coming. It might do a small stint in theaters. I don't know that. So, but we're hoping that it does.
Right. And who else in it with you?
Annie Sullivan is the lead actress. Olivia Disney. Oh goodness, you're gonna make me forget names now.
I forget them all the time.
I do. It's crazy, but I can tell you real quick. But Olivia Disney, Brad, here we go. Brad Beavers, he's out of LA. He plays Malphus, the demon in it. Oh my God. He's He's absolutely phenomenal. Scott Doss is another one of the leads, and
Yeah.
he plays Julian, and he is the leader of the cult. That
Wonderful.
yes, and the man is creepy as hell. That's all I can say. But he is a phenomenal. He's been in musical. Matter of fact, this was his very first feature film,
Mm-hmm.
and he's been in musicals, and he's been in theater forever, for all of his life. That's all he's done. And this time he got the role as Julian, and he's when I'm talking about villains, I think people, when this movie comes out, I think people will be dressing like him on Halloween.
Right.
And it's nothing scary. It's the hat, it's the shirt,
It's the whole look.
It's the whole look. He's a bald-headed dude, older gentleman, phenomenal actor.
Oh yeah.
Phenomenal actor. And I love this man. We've had such a good time on set, and we're going to be in hopefully in a couple other films together. But he is absolutely great. But he plays the leader of the cult, and it's amazing.
No, I can imagine.
Dude, he plays this thing to it. I mean, he looks scary.
Yeah.
And
that's what I liked about The Crow.
The Crow,
when it came out. I mean, Jason Lee, he was, you see these action roles and all this other stuff, and then he come out in The Crow, and it was like a totally different person, man.
Sure.
And then everybody was dressed like him for Halloween.
Yeah. But that's the main people in Forest of the Trees. It's me, Annie, Brad, Scott, and Olivia, and us five. And I play the dad. And we lose just a little gist of the movie. We my wife, which is Annie's mom, come to find she leaves us one night. We come home from a date, and I go up to take a shower, and they're talking, and some flowers have been left for her. She didn't know why, and she's read the note, and then she just left us that night. And we woke up, or, we didn't realize where she went. Well, a year later, we're still looking for her. I'm a drunk. I'm going back to my PTSD days, from the military and
right.
all that stuff. I mean, I thought she left because of me. I blame Chloe, which is my daughter. I blame her for her leaving. She blames me for her leaving. We're just going back and forth at it. And then come to find out, this lawyer brings us some paperwork saying that she's got a cabin in the woods. And it's like, I never knew about this,
Yeah.
Chloe didn't know about this, and it's like, she wanted to go, she wanted to leave. And I told her she wasn't leaving. She wasn't going to go. She made her choice. She left. And so she got mad. And of course, her and her girlfriend, they got in their car and they left. And I go up there the next day and to see the pictures all over the bed. And I realized that she left. So I didn't want her to do it by herself. So I had to drive the 8 hours to go get her. And during that time, I don't want to tell the whole gist of the movie because it's really, really good.
Oh yeah.
And, but there's some shocking events that happen after we get up there.
Yeah.
And, so it's, that's about all I'm going to say about it, but it's a really good movie.
Everybody's got to watch it.
Everybody needs to watch this movie. I mean, it's really good. It's really good. It's shot so well, was edited so good. I mean, it was just everything about this movie is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
So
it's going to be fun.
Yep.
Okay. So we got to give something away.
Absolutely.
And we got Tanya, Dawn's on there.
You got Tanya and Dawn.
I noticed. Which one you want, Tanya or Dawn?
I don't care. You tell me. Well, let's give them both something.
Okay, we can do that.
Let's do that.
Because I actually got contact info on both of them. So
awesome. Well, Tanya and Dawn, you're both going to get a signed autograph picture from me. I don't know what he's going to send you, but I'm going to
send you the David Bradley Show T-shirt.
There you go.
Because we've got a bunch of them left over from that old logo.
Nice. Okay.
And I'm calling them retro.
I'm going to write this. So it's Tanya.
Yep. Tanya,
and Dawn.
And Dawn.
Okay. Cool. I'm going to sign 2 pictures.
She said, woohoo.
Tanya said, woohoo.
All right. Thanks.
Love it. And actually, Tanya is a Jason Voorhees fan.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate that. I mean, I think everybody should be a Jason Voorhees fan, but you know, they're not.
The weird part about Jason is the no verbal at all.
No.
That's what kills me about him. You know, it's just like, and it doesn't matter what you throw at him.
No, it doesn't matter how many times you hit him. He don't grunt. He don't do nothing.
He don't even go, oof.
Nope.
You know, it's just.
And dude, oh my God, we had to cut a couple of times because there was a couple of times where I'm throwing punches and I'm going, and it's like, and I heard the director cut. I said, why? He said, you can't do that. Oh, all right, you know,
it'll be fun.
Oh yeah.
All right, Tanya and Dawn, I'll be in touch with y'all to get your addresses and I'll get you hooked up. And I'll need your shirt sizes and we'll get everything together and we'll get that to you. And Mr. James is going to autograph to y'all and on some pictures.
Yes, absolutely.
And we'll get them all hooked up and it'll be awesome.
Absolutely. And guys, thank you for listening and thank you for having me on.
I appreciate you being here.
Absolutely, dude. Anytime you want me,
we get to learn a lot.
Absolutely, man. This is great. I can't believe you're having TG on. That's great. TG and you're having my buddy on there. You make sure you mention me now when he's on there. So
oh, I will.
It'd probably be him and Kelly together. So yeah, I do a lot for them and they do a lot for me too. You know, just being around them. I'll
just when we get them on, I'll just be sure to tell them. Oh yeah, he said good things about y'all.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. T's a good guy, man. And we've been friends for a long time.
Awesome. I love it. All right, y'all. We're going to get out of here.
Wait, where can they find you?
Oh, yes. Where can they find you?
All over the place. Instagram is Stokes.James1414 or James Stokes. You can find me there. TikTok, same thing. James Stokes. Facebook, James Stokes. So, yeah, I mean, IMDB. Go to imdb.com and put in my name, and you can see everything that I've got upcoming, what I've done so far, what I've got released.
It's got all your credits
absolutely
on there.
And please follow me on Instagram. Instagram is where I post most of my pictures for all my movies and stuff like that. I need to get better at that. I'm not a big social media guy. I just never have been. I post some pictures on Instagram, but I'm starting to get better at posting my movies and stuff like that and stuff that I go do, you know, with the kids and stuff like that. So yeah,
that's always fun.
Absolutely.
People like seeing the human aspect of certain people.
Absolutely. And that's what I try to bring to it every time I go somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Is the human aspect of it.
I love it.
Absolutely. And I appreciate it, Dave.
All right, brother. I appreciate you being on. All right, everybody. Like, share, follow, subscribe. It helps us all. I'm going to watch and make sure that he autographs his stuff. And we're going to get out of here. Love you. Mean it. Bye.